How's it going? Today is 28th of June, Friday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. In previous video, we were taking a look at robotics, and I have every day I'm reviewing a lot of emails of I might touch on. So since we touched on problem, perhaps we can briefly touch on solution. If currently you don't have that many robots for every 10,000 workers, it should be one out of 10. I would recommend having robot, quote unquote. But I think understanding of how I want to understand the robot and how others will understand it, that will be completely different. Even if I'm taking a look at some of those articles when it comes to improving and all trying to understand how to build one, it's completely different. My definitions would potentially would start with 6x robot, which can work 24/7, right? And 1 out of 10 target could be within UK. This is how many they should have, and it's already been reached within some of those countries, right? So how to solve this problem? I was taking a look at some of these universities and some of those emails. Otherwise, send it to me. And people can study this field. For anyone who like to learn more, there's courses potentially. I'm not supported by any of those businesses. Well, I'll touch on it, as well as I have reached out to this university and they have responded. I need to read a lot of documents. So that's where things are as of now, right? I thought I'll touch on it since that would be important, in particular when we take a look at UK's market, that would be aviation. And with regards to aviation, how companies, some of the companies are currently struggling, new companies looking to enter this market from some of those governments, and how some of these companies are still ideally looking to be competitive within this market, right? And since orders for some of those companies like aviation companies based within UK, backlog can be 10 years, and some of those companies even now holiday season we might consider raising all the fees, right? Investments being made within the market, and myself I'm looking to recharge this team, but this team won't let my company or other companies do have access to this computer for a year and a half. So we're looking at what 18 months or so, and from there some of these projects would be publicly shared. So but I don't know if that's the same terms for everyone, or we have two different lanes for normal people and for a selected group of individuals. Once that has been said, let's progress to the next article. That's really important. I haven't read this article, but that will be very, very important with everything what's happening in the world and some of the increase of security risk currently within Europe and wider areas where it could potentially spill over some of those conflicts, right? That would be overall NATO and our defense. That would be an article that was published 8 days ago. Perhaps there are different articles, but I thought it might be interesting to have something that would be UK's national broadcast, BBC. Let's take a look at their take on the entire station. That would be Mark Rutte, said to be NATO's chief, and rival drops out. So there was previously they had a person. I had briefly checked his background yesterday. I think he's from Norway, I believe. So I thought because it's usually I think he was right. That's opinion, right? So let's try to understand what potentially he would be replaced with. Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte is set to become next Secretary General of NATO after his only rival dropped out of the race. So not that many people want to take this position, or it's a case of even a youth parliamentary electorate and who's electing. I'll like to understand the system a little bit better myself. And if someone needs to appoint to the person, and then person would be elected, I'll like to understand a little bit better, as well as I'll like to understand this person's responsibilities within defense and how it's been organized. And let's take a look at overall Europe as of now and leading positions currently within Europe. I've been taken more to the west countries, right? Not necessarily to the east. Rationale behind it made me laugh so hard. So I like to understand a little bit better entire way of people within Europe not really being represented as of now, and I like to understand a little bit better how elections would work. Since if we are taking a look at scale, not necessarily current process. I disagree completely with current process, but I like to understand a little bit better the way how Europeans function, how people have been or should be elected to make and or represent people who are elected us. All these kind of things I need to understand a little bit better. If not, if people are not being elected by people within Europe, who's electing them? As well as something on myself, I'm looking to understand that to be a global gateway. There's an initiative. Heard about it recently this week, but I don't know much about it, so I thought it might be worth touching on it before progressing into taking a look at other things after the global gateway. Uh, Initiative is a strategy by European Union to invest in infrastructure projects worldwide. Project was initiated by EU Commission under leadership of there's the names there over a period of 2021 2027. So it should be in a full swing as of now, as well as there might be similar initiative starting from 27, if not right now, perhaps within the next 2.5 years or so, there will be another initiative, right? But since I think that's where things actually are very important things when it comes to laying down infrastructure and or improving trade. The EU will invest 300 billion euros investment into Africa and the regional priorities of the initiatives, and a half of funds are allocated to protect and all on the continent other interests. Right? They aim to improve the greener transition, digital transition, sustainable economic growth, healthcare, and education in Africa. Okay, okay. We're taking a look at a lot of other regions for whatever reason. Right? The initiative is seen as alternative to rival of Chinese Belt and Road Initiative. They shouldn't take a look at this kind of stance. I don't know who's organizing this kind of initiatives. It should be work towards. They shouldn't be taking a look at U.S. stance where everyone is an enemy. That's U.S. mindset. I hate this kind of mindset. Everyone's an enemy, and we're looking to potentially cause more problems instead of working together. So again, this kind of mindset they keep spilling out into you. They should stop doing that. I don't know what kind of mindset is that you should pull other people down instead of helping them, right? So whoever written this article is wasting everyone's time. We can touch on objectives, since that might be important for people who like to be more productive instead of causing problems for other people, right? As part of its trade relations, EU sees Global Gateway as an opportunity to trade and invest in global partners better. At least this is how we should think about things and stop thinking like US. Stop taking a look at what US is doing, wasting everyone's time. So let's stop with that kind of mindset, right? The initiative is also a response to a longer systematic rival between NATO and European Union. Okay, and I say it's another closely related G7 strategy against the People's Republic of China again. So they keep bringing that. That's a waste again. like I mentioned, this whoever written this is wasting everyone's time, right? Let's first take a look at perhaps one business and call it a day on that. It might be important, so I thought I'll touch on that. Or let's try to be more positive. It's Friday, right? That will be some of those achievements made recently. That will be Tuesday, 25th. Lithuania built first hydrogen electric power ship. Let's try to understand what the ship is all about, and perhaps let's try to reach out to this company and see how we can potentially work together. A new page in the history of Lithuania shipping industry has been written. The construction of the first hydrogen electric ship in the state's history, with a total value of 12 million, has officially begun at Western Baltia Shipbuilding. I think that's the name of the company. I don't know who is investing in or subsidizing entire project. So perhaps worth taking a look at, because that's not whoever is investing. It's not necessarily from Lithuania. I can tell you that. Commissioned by the Klaipėda State Airport Authority, this modern tanker, 42 meters long and 10 meters wide, designed for waste management by being built in Klaipėda. Okay. It will be able to collect 400 cubic meters of liquid waste, and it will be equipped with two electric motors powered by batteries with capacity of 2000 kilowatts and install on-board hydrogen fuel cell systems. Depending on the intensity of work, the ship will be able to operate within the port of Klaipėda for up to 36 hours of single charge. The shipbuilding project has commissioned by Port Authority and is being built by Baltic Work boats under joint operation agreement with Western Baltia Shipbuilding. The ship is expected to sail in the western of Klaipėda in the next year. According to current regulations, all ships arriving at the department of the Port of Klaipėda are required to dispose all of this ship-generated waste in the port reception facility. The Port Authority has been authorized to provide waste collection services. I can tell you one thing, I had contact a couple of people within this port, and as of now the prices are skyrocketing. So I don't know where they're spending all this money, but it costs a lot to do business with some of those authorities, right? The whole superstructure and wheelhouse will be constructed at Western Baltia shipyard in the port of Klaipėda, along with the installation of cargo systems and other works. The Estonian company, Baltic Work Boats, is responsible for installation of the main and auxiliary machinery and the harmonization and testing of all ship systems. The hydrogen fuel cell systems will be installed in Estonia as well. The main challenge for the shipbuilding is to design an all-built ship for the collection of oily bilge water, sewage, sludge, and other waste. It will need to be equipped with waste collection tanks and oily bilge water treatment plants that will treat the waste water and transfer everything along with the sewage to the city's offshore waste water treatment plant. It's expected that the ship will operate on a 24-hour basis. Okay. I don't know who who gave the contract, but I can only imagine, right? It might be France currently undergoing Olympic Games, and they can't clean some of those rivers, and someone is promising to take a dip into those rivers, as well as pollution within the UK. In some of those rivers, it's alarming, right? I can't remember statistics. I think 1 out of 4 is very heavily polluted. So perhaps they might have some contracts coming from this direction. If not right now, perhaps in the future. Let's close on that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.